morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Sun Slapper. How you doing this morning? Hope all is well with you, and it is well our way today. It is Saturday morning. There's a lot going on. There's lots to do, but we like to set our day. So if you're new here to Sun Slappers, please thank you for being here. Like, share, and subscribe. Go over to the Mr. Trust in the Process page or the Gil Gear for Pontiac page. You can catch the rerun of this on all of our social media platforms, and we are grateful for you here. We're just going to push through this morning because of the fact that I have a 16-hour day. I have a 16-hour day today, and I'm excited about it. Not because it's just the fact that it's work. It's just because I get to do it. I get to do it. It's not the fact that it's something that's just. I love what I do for a living. I love every aspect of what I do for a living. Every space that I've been in, I'm living in a life that I've prayed for, that I dreamed about, that I've meditated on, that I've worked on. And so all of that is to get you into the same position if you're not, or to help you keep going if you're not. That's what Sun Slappers is about. It's about 10, roughly about, it's been about 15 minutes, but we say about no more than 15 minutes where we get you motivated, get you in a thought process of positivity towards you, getting you to think about some of the things that you need to change, some of the things that's inside your life. But it all starts with you. It all starts with you. Not it. We work from the inside out, not the outside in. So let's get started on the first one today. And again, somebody, they said, Gil, a lot of people who have been tuning in. And again, Gil Gare from Trust in the Process, your favorite community engager, Let's get to the first one. I like this one. Let's get to the first one. Here you go. Maturity is realizing how many things don't require your opinion. Ooh-wee. Maturity is realizing how many things don't require your opinion. Listen, everything is not. If everything grabs your attention, you're not focused enough on where you need to be. If anybody can post something or send you something, you in the middle of what you think is believed to build you up. You're in the middle of something that's building space in your environment that you're focused on, and you get distracted and you just turn it. You're not focused. When you focus on what you have to do, those distractions, they won't have an effect on you. And so as you're maturing, and no matter how old you are, you still have to mature. Like there's certain, if you're working on yourself every single day, like the goal is perfection in anything that you do. That is the goal. You know consciously and you know realistically you will never be perfect. However, it's the work towards it that helps to identify the fact that, you know what, I'm maturing in that particular area. Give you a perfect case example. I had to learn to wait. I had patience. And sometimes we confuse not doing something with patience. And then we also sometimes confuse faith with patience. And we'll talk about that in another, because that's going to be way past 15 minutes. But in the aspect of you waiting, you just waiting to get back. That ain't letting go. And sometimes you're not ready to address the issue, because you still have to address the issue, right? You still have to address the issue, but it's how you address it, your tone, your emotions around it. Are you still enraged when you think about it and it's been some time, or can you really talk about the solution of it without identifying the person who did whatever they did to you? That's the difference. That's maturing. And I got to admit, I had to mature in that particular space because just like, and that's not making no excuses to anybody. If you do something to me, I'm going to want to do something to you. That's is not a, you could talk Christian, you could talk faith, you could talk, and I love God. My faith is non-negotiable. But if you love God, you're gonna learn how to operate and move how He believes you should move. That's maturing. So there's some things now that I could talk about now that I couldn't talk about 14 months ago because the pain was still there, the hurt was still there, and the wound was still open. And I would get distracted every time somebody sent me something. See, look, see. And I'm supposed to be focusing over here because there's another assignment that I'm supposed to be working on. But it helped mature me into a space where I'm like, okay, I got a solution. Now I'm ready to talk about it. So everything don't require your opinion. It doesn't. It don't. And if you have to, what I've done 1,000 times is sometimes you can reply. Just don't press that send button. Just don't press that send button. All right, let's get to the next one. Let's get to the next one. Let's see. We ain't going there. I'm not doing that with y'all today. But I want to put y'all in a space. Okay, listen. This is good. This one is good. This one is good. And this somebody sent me this one and asked me to elaborate on it. And I said, okay, cool. Nobody apologized for how they treated me. They just blamed me for how I reacted because that was the goal. The goal was to get you to react because they had already built up a stage. They had already built up an image. They had already built up a fan base, a good fan base on this is how this person is. He angry. He or she is angry. They always bitter. They've yelled at me. See, nobody know what they've been doing to everybody else silently. No proof. They didn't have anything. They just built up this whole storyline. And then they waited till a crowd of people was around. And they did that exact same thing that they did to you in private, but they did it so subtle that because you didn't heal from it, you reacted. Because you didn't identify it or be able to address it, it was a trigger for you and you reacted and you exploded. Now, all these people who never knew you, who didn't know anything about you, but yet what they heard from this person or them, or it could have been a team, it could, whatever, now has that base or image of you in their head. And you was just like, what? And you thinking now you playing the victim. Now you like, and it's not you playing the victim. You really are the victim. You truly are the victim. You truly are the victim. But because you didn't deal with what they happened in private, because you didn't deal with the sneakiness, you didn't deal with the manipulation, the misleading in private, because you didn't pull them to the side, because you didn't address it as a whole, you just kept going. You thinking that, maybe that wasn't it. You throw it off to be something else. They waited and planned and plotted. And they're not going to apologize. So sometimes you're going to have to apologize to yourself for how you reacted. You're going to have to apologize. Listen, Dr. Eric Thomas said this clearly. He said the hardest thing he ever had to do was apologize to himself. And when I thought about that, and it is, because you owe, get the book, You Owe You. Please get Dr. Thomas' book, You Owe You. Because there's some things in there that you definitely going to clearly point out. We're going to start a book club with these men too, with our men's group and with some things that we got going on. We're going to accomplish some, never mind, I'm getting off track. See, I'm getting distracted because I'm getting excited about some of the things that's coming down the pipe. And I really want to share it with you, but I can't right now. But look, nobody apologizes for how they treated me. They just blame me for how I reacted. And I'm telling you, man, that's... Deal with them triggers. And it's okay. Everybody has them. But as you're going up the ladder of success, people will take your weaknesses, even if you confront. And a lot of times people will lay dormant. A lot of people have the ability to lay dormant and really try to learn you and will study you. And then because they want what you have, they'll use those things against you and subtly push you in places and in the thoughts of people who don't even know you. But okay, but God will create room. God understands the plan. And trust me when I tell you, everything is going to work out for your good. Even if you make the mistake of reacting to something, even if you make the mistake of saying, this person did X, Y, and Z, because it comes off at a time like, oh, you a victim. No, you're not a victim. Own it. So you know what? They got me. They did. I see the plan. It was very strategic. They got me. Now I have to work on me so they won't get me again. And that's how you have to work through those things. But I'm telling you, listen, so enjoy the rest. Listen, we getting to a point where, we get into the fall edition. We got football season. Shout out to the Phoenix Nation, rised up against ATAP here in the city of Pontiac. We did our thing. We won that particular game, our first game of the season. And I appreciate y'all, man. Phoenix Nation is alive and well. We are not going anywhere. We may have been slowed down and we may have derailed, but we building some new tracks to get around everything that's going on right now. We are alive and well. Never let anybody push you away from something that God has called you to build and you've had to build with your own, with the structure and with people and being excited. And so stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. Do not get out of the fight. Phoenix Nation, thank you so much for all the support that you have been giving me over the last 14 months. Thank y'all for the calls and the cards and just to, keep going and, and just helping me get through the challenges that was set for me, but it all worked out for my good. So I appreciate y'all, man. I thank y'all so much. I love y'all, man. And it's nothing that nobody could do about it. Phoenix Nation is alive and well. And so again, listen, enjoy today. It's Sun Slappers. Like, share, and subscribe. Please get over to the Mr. Trust the Process page. You can go get to my Gil Garrett Facebook page, Gil Garrett for Pontiac. Please send an email, text. If it's something that you like, a post that you've seen and you say, Gil, give us your thoughts on this, because that's pretty much how I get these. Or sometimes I'm in my meditation and I get a thought and I see some of these posts, and that's how we come up with it. And that's how we come up with Sun Slappers, because we're trying to set our day because we want to be great. Because one thing we understand by trusting the process, we know that process is going to get us to what? Our mission. Our mission to do what? Our mission to do and serve the people that we're called to serve. That's what it's going to do. Because without it, what are we here for? What is our why? What are we here for? And that's what Sun Slappers is about. It's about setting our day, setting our tone, and get going. Because you are somebody else's blessing. Man, God bless you, man. I look forward to seeing y'all out there today. I'm excited. I'll be at the Renaissance Festival this morning. And then this evening, later on this afternoon, I'll be at the State Fairground. And then I'll be back in Pontiac, Michigan. So God bless you, man. Have a great day. It's Sun Slapper edition, baby. Trust in the process. Peace.